Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, venezuelainsider.com. There is a very popular Latin song called Visa para un sueño or Visa for a Dream. The song was made by a very famous Dominican singer-songwriter called Juan Luis Guerra. And in case you never heard of him, please, you're missing out. Do yourself a favor and listen some of Juan Luis Guerra. Great musician, by the way. Shout out to Juan Luis Guerra. I don't think he's gonna watch this video, but anyway. Well, this song is about there is a lot of Dominican citizens that they don't have a good standard of living, and they work hard, they are poor, and they want to move to the United States in order to get a better standard of living, and they struggle a lot, but at the end make it to the United States, working hard and such, and that is basically the lyrics of the song called Visa para un sueño. It's a great song. I would love to put it here on YouTube, but I don't want to get a strike on YouTube for that. Anyways, listen to the song after the video. Well, now I'm seeing Visa for a Dream, but the other way around. Western nations looking for a visa on many Latin nations and also for Venezuela. And it's very hard. And recently, I'm seeing many Western citizens struggling to get a visa in order to live in Latin America, live in Venezuela, and also if you need a tourist visa in order to get to Venezuela, it's a very hard endeavor. My clients already know it, and it's hard. I have to say, it's funny when the thing works the other way around. Still, it's worth it. And believe me, I hate is a strong word. I hate these restrictions that governments put on each other that affects us, the citizens on such nations, in order to get a tourist, for instance, getting a tourist visa from Latin America in order to visit the United States or Canada is very, very difficult and time consuming. I have to say, I've done it a couple of times, and also for Canada as well. And it's very, humiliating going, jumping through hoops and going through such process. However, this video is just a little bit of a reflection. I like to do this reflection video every now and then on why it's so damn hard to get a visa to anywhere, depending on where you are. Most of the visas are for economic issues. Governments don't like for migrants, so they put visa restrictions for citizens of nations that are less wealthy. For instance, like I said, Latin American citizens, we need a visa in order to enter the United States, sometimes to Europe, and any other wealthy nation. And the other way around, since these countries, let's say the poorer countries, so these governments, they don't want to be left behind and apply reciprocity policy on these wealthier nations and require a tourist visa or a residence visa as well. And also it's a pain on the rear end in order to get such visas. And that's kind of how it works. Of course, many nations have very strong passports and just require to, go to the errand of getting a visa to just a couple of places. And of course, the poorer nations basically have terrible travel documents. But basically, the way that works is like a hierarchy of nations, you want to call it like that, and the nations see themselves in any given strata on this hierarchy, and they pose restrictions depending on where on the hierarchy are at the moment. And Venezuela is not as great on that hierarchy. However, the Venezuelan government in the past few years has become very strict on nations, on depending on the nation, of course, any given nation, to require tourist visas and such. Many of the nations that require visa also are actually quite reasonable wealthy nations, like the US, like Canada, and also richer nations in Latin America, like Peru and Chile, are required to have to go to the island of a tourist visa just for reciprocity policies. And I'll say right now at the moment the number of nationalities that require tourist visa to come to Venezuela is close to 100, so basically half of the world. And still you can get it if you do things right and you go to the bureaucracy, the red tape. You can still get it. It's not as difficult, but it's tiresome and you're gonna spend quite some time running some errands doing so. But anyway, not gonna make this video any longer. It's just a reflection, just food for thought. And please listen to Visa para un sueño de Juan Luis Guerra. Great song, by the way. Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. If you want to work with us, VenezuelaInsider.com. Thanks again and have a nice day.